joining us. I am Kristen Baldridge, a teacher at Granbury High School, and with me today I have Dr. Jim Largent, Superintendent of Granbury ISD. Thank you for joining us.
Hello, good to be here.
Thank you. We have lots of things going on in the school district right now, busy time for everybody. The big thing is the bond that passed recently.
Right.
Where do we stand on that right now?
We went out to bid on our first group of projects, which are our summer projects that will be our secured entries on all of our elementary campuses, our K-8 campuses, and a couple of new gyms at two of our elementary schools, Acton Elementary and at Emma Robertson. And then we're in the middle of planning for the renovation of the high school, and that's a little more in-depth project and a lot more time spent on that with architects. So we are moving. It's just mainly behind the scenes right now, but we're spending a lot of time on these buildings, and probably the 1st of May, 1st of June for sure, people will start seeing work being done. So when summer hits,
the first thing will be
the first thing will be 8 campuses all at once, the secured entries. That will be the first thing people see.
Do you have a time element on how long that should take or when that should be completed?
We've told them that we need to be ready to open school in August. So
okay.
They're on a very tight schedule from the first day of summer until the first day of kids. Hopefully we can get most of those done before then, but that is the drop dead date. We've got to have the schools ready when kids come. So.
And imagine possibly waiting until after some of the testing goes on so that you're not disturbing class as much as possible.
Yeah, all of these projects are at the very front of the building, so that it's pretty important that we keep those open until school is out. Oakwoods is the one school that we may have to do an alternate entry for about a month. We're going to try to start that school a little earlier because it's a little more in-depth project and has a little more of an addition on it. So other than Oakwoods, the rest of the schools should probably not start until June 2nd.
Okay, so parents don't have to worry about moving or how they drop their kids off?
No, everything should be good until summertime, other than Oakwoods, and we'll be getting out some information about that.
Okay, now at the high school, it is much more involved.
Right.
Won't be starting over the summer, I would imagine. You've had a lot of meetings. I got the chance to be a part of one where we talked with architects and teachers, and you're getting input from everywhere.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's what we want to build a building that our staff wants, and we want to hear what their needs are, and we don't know what all of our teachers want or need in their classroom, so we're doing our very best to give them what they want. Now, as you can imagine, when you start opening up a Christmas list,
right.
We want this much, but we only have this much money. So we're in the process now. Our architects are in the what they call the concept phase. They've taken all of our ideas, and they're actually supposed to bring us back their first concept drawing in about a week. So, from all of our discussions, what they heard, what we said, we've had some square footage discussions recently about, we need to cut this much square footage from our Christmas list, and so we've had that. So we're really excited about seeing the first concept that they come up with. I know they're going to try to use some spaces in different ways and move some people around and create some new spaces. So it's really exciting, and we're looking forward to see what they come up with.
So are we, as teachers.
Yeah.
Have you also gotten some feedback from the students on the goods and the bads and listen to the kids themselves?
We spent about half a day with 2 different groups of students that we brought in. I have a student advisory committee that's made up of 9th through 12th graders, and they spent about probably an hour with our architects. And then we had another group of students that Mr. Ross sent in that were representing various other departments, athletes, engineers, student council, different areas. So they had a second set of meetings with them, and most of their ideas lined up pretty well, and they all had the same issues, and
no big surprises there?
No big surprises. They'd like more hallway space, and they'd like more space for some of their classrooms, and a lot of the career and tech courses need some more space. We've kind of got them put in closets and what used to be just a regular classroom. So pretty much what we expected, but it was good to hear their vision about what they would like. We mentioned expanding our library, making it more of a media center, and the thought of having like a coffee shop or something in there and a bistro maybe. They really like that idea.
Oh yeah, I bet.
So it's exciting. We're really looking forward to see what they come up with.
Now, how often do you meet with the Student Advisory Council? Is it something that you're able to get feedback on more than just the bond idea and the building
Yeah,
ideas?
actually, we meet about 4 times a year with this group, and they were a big impetus on project-based learning. That's one of the groups I took to them to talk about the concept of that, and they immediately were supportive of that. We talked to them about being the drug dog, and they were very supportive of that move. So they are, they don't have a problem talking and letting me know issues that they have out there. And
how did the students get chosen for the council?
We tried to make the council representative of our student body, so it's not just the captain of the football team and the head cheerleader. It's a variety of kids that represent our school, and we got with our principals and counselors and told them, we want this makeup of kids, and they sent us the names.
So
and then
all
each
ages,
year
all,
Yeah, 9th through 12th graders. We've got, we have a limit on, we have a certain number of 9th graders, certain
Right.
10th graders. And so I think we have more seniors than any group. But at the end of each year, we ask them if they want to come back for next year and if they want to recommend somebody. And then we take those names to the principals and go that way. So theoretically, the kids that started as freshmen would be on this council for 4 years. And,
Right.
And actually last year, none of them wanted to get off. So that was good. Good to hear that they like what we do. And
nice to be heard for
yeah,
them as well.
It is.
Feel like they have a say in what goes on.
Yeah, exactly. And the free pizza probably doesn't hurt either.
Yeah,
So.
feed them, they will come.
That's
It's
right.
true.
That's right.
Now, as far as the students go, what they have to do in school has changed a lot with the House Bill 5 that has come through. And I know counselors have been working like crazy to try to help educate the parents. What can you kind of give us an idea, ballpark? And I know it's really complicated and in depth, but an overall how it's going to affect the students in Granbury.
Yeah. I look at it as a positive. It's, we don't get to say that a lot when the legislators meet, but this was a positive move in my opinion. I know it's going to create a lot more work for our counselors, and that's kind of some of the mandates that come along with change sometimes, and we're not happy about all of the mandates associated. But the gist of it is, with HB 5, we're creating pathways for our kids so they can choose a pathway that they're interested in. And then they can take courses to get them that certification or that acknowledgement or whatever we're going to call it. So if a student is interested in culinary arts, we've got a pathway for that. If they're interested in aviation, engineering, teaching, agriculture, we've got so many. Yeah, video production. We've got so many pathways for our kids, and I think it will be a really good move for them. It's almost like college, where you take your basics your first couple of years, and then after that you can focus on what you're interested in. And we think there are a lot of positives of that. The old 4x4 where everyone had to take 4 of everything. Luckily, they've eased that a little bit, and we think
Math, science, social studies, and English.
Exactly.
Being your 4x4.
Right.
And so now, not necessarily required for everybody, and the pathways are not just as important as your core classes, but they give the kids some direction, but they're not limited to just that pathway, right?
Exactly.
They can explore a little bit and find some different things that they're interested in.
None of the pathways are locked in. In fact, there's one that's called multidisciplinary. You can just take a lot of different things as long as you have 2 or 3 in one particular one. I think you can get the multidisciplinary. But the difference in the 4x4 is you were locked into those 4 math classes. Well, now there may be a math that's associated with business or a math associated with engineering.
Right.
So it's really takes the place of your 4th math, but it's also part of your pathway. So we just think it's going to be very beneficial to our kids, and we think it will make school more interesting, and that will affect the attitude of the students wanting to be here and enjoying what we're doing, and hopefully staying in school. And we just think it'll be a positive move.
And then for them after school, whether they go into the workforce immediately, whether they go into college, still preparing them for both avenues.
Exactly. This is not the old, what people call vocational. I mean, it's not, we're training you to go get a job. I mean, we're training you to have choices. If you want to go get a job after high school, we hope that you are trained and have certifications to go get a really high-paying job. If
And
you
we
want to go
provide the opportunity for those certifications
Absolutely.
in many areas.
We do, and we're looking for more of those as we move forward with the new CTE Center. So, you know, it does prepare you for college or for work, and we want our kids to have that option.
All right. Anything else about the House bill that maybe the parents, if they need more information, where should they go?
You know, our counselors do a great job. I think our counselors all have a web page, and it would lead you to information about courses that are available. But our counselors are so great. I'm sure they love for parents to give them a call or email them, and they can walk them through some of the things that may be a little confusing. So anytime you transition from one plan to another, there are going to be questions, and our counselors are great at answering those.
And if they have questions about the building processes at their campus, at anywhere in the district, is there a
Yeah, the
good place
principals
for them?
are up to speed with what's going on at their particular campus, and then we actually have a web page that our architects created that will kind of give you some more progress, tell us what the projects are, and then once we start construction, we'll upload some pictures there. So that information is available on our website as well.
Outstanding. All
Yeah,
right. Well,
very
I
good.
thank you very much for being here and sharing some information that I'm sure everybody's been wondering about.
Well, it's an exciting time to be a Granbury Pirate, and
It is.
we're really excited about the future, and we think we're going to see some great things to come.
Plan on it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.